I would also like to thank Brendan for supporting the Mid-innings player.
Well, a very good morning, everybody, and welcome to Lords. It's the Marylebone Cricket Club Foundation hosting the inaugural National Hub Girls and Boys competition here at the home of cricket. The final matches of the competition being played on the main grounds, concluding an exciting nationwide tournament that has been running for 20 weeks and has seen children aged 15 and under competing against other MCCF hubs and inspiring venues across the country. The girls' final will see Bradford Girls Hub compete against Cotswold, and in the boys' final a little later, the Manchester Boys Hub will play Slough. The game starting at 11 o'clock, as you can see down below. The umpires are out there in the middle already, and an 11 o'clock start for the 20-over final with a 2:30 lunch. The boys' match getting underway at 2:45, 6:30 presentations. Today, I'm Kevin Hand, delighted to be here today to host this broadcast. It's a day which is going to have a fair bit of interest around as well. There's a good number in attendance on that far side of the ground in the pavilion. You can probably just see on the lower tier there. But also the great and the good former international cricketers Rohan Gavaskar and Isha Guha will be presenting medals, while MCC President Designate Claire Connor and MCC Foundation patrons Mike Brearley, Mike Gatting and Claire Taylor and MCC Chief Executive and Secretary Guy Lavender will also be in attendance today in a talent on show and meeting the charity's beneficiaries. Middlesex, Sunrisers and Manchester Originals player Cordelia Griffiths will also be joining the event to inspire the young players. So here we go then. It is going to be the Bradford Girls Hub against Cotswold. First up in the final. And the players on their way out to the middle now. The umpires already out in the middle. Angela Tuff, Rima Chandaria. The scorers today, Barry Carter and Evelyn Bray. So there you see the first two batters out to the middle for this final, and culmination of a busy period of hub matches across the country. This competition being made possible by the Foundation's long-standing supporters, Charles Stanley Wealth Managers. And the additional inspirations to the finalists, both the men's and women's Cricket World Cup trophies will be on display at the ground as part of a wider UK tour as well. There are your umpires. One thing they won't have to worry about today, we hope, is the weather. Looks as though we're going to be rain-free this Monday morning and all day indeed, which is great news indeed. A bit overcast, but no threat of rain today, which is certainly a delight. You can see that building work, which has been coming to a close here at Lords, the new Compton, the new Edrich, and up above the media centre in the background. Here's Hopkins to open the bowling from the pavilion end, right arm over. So first ball to get going, Wood and Brown Carrera opening the innings with the bat. See the lower tier of the pavilion there open for this one today. 1 or 2 dotted around elsewhere. First runs. Little tickle. Back of the square on the leg side. And Wood off the mark. Second ball. A couple to her name. Just a gentle steer. Which had square leg And short third on the chase. Well bowled, well played. Solid forward defence, back up the track. Pitch for this one, set away towards the tavern and the mound stands, just below the scorer's box at Old Father Time. One shoots away down the leg side. It's the umpire going to signal a bye. 3 without loss. That'll bring Brown Carrera onto strike for the first time. Just checking the guard from the umpire. That's away on the onside. Single taken. And Brown Carrera off the mark, first ball. Square leg just fine of the umpire. Coming up to collect that one. Last ball of Hopkins opening over. Top ball it is. It's the end of the first over here at Lord's in the final, the National Hubs competition put on by the MCCF. These national hubs have formed the cornerstone of the MCC Foundation's work, providing free to access training and match play to 2,500 state educated young cricketers at over 64 sites across the UK, ensuring that every young cricketer is empowered to reach their full potential in the game, regardless of race, gender or socio-economic circumstance. It's Clargo with the second over. That's a beautiful shot down the grounds. Brown Carrera, good early strike rate here, might even get 4 for it. Oh, it's just gone. Seven without loss, lovely shot. Brown Carrera. Big appeal goes up, thought of a single. Nothing doing, the keeper's quickly around. So Clargo has a point. Deep cover, extra cover. It's the cover point in there, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket. Square leg, and short to fine leg as well. It's down the leg side, taken by the keeper. Ball outside off. He's through the shot. It's a nice shot again. Wood gets it down the ground on this occasion. With at least a couple here. Flick back in. And back they come for the third. That's good running on the pair. Wood moves to 5. 10 without loss in the second. Oh, that's right up there. And, look at the non-strikers then thinking about whether a single could be scampered. Not so. End of the second over here at Lords, and 9 without loss. Brian Carrera on 4. Wood also on 4. 4 from 9 for Wood. Brian Carrera 4 from 3. While primarily focused on breaking down the social and financial barriers to the sport, the hubs also look to nurture talent, creating pathways so that participants with the highest potential can hone their skills and confidence under the mentorship of the MCC Foundation's network of coaches. All culminating in this final over. Here's Hopkins, her second over. Oh, it just gets away from the keeper. Well, that'll be signalled. 10 without loss it is. Sun breaking through for the first time this morning. Lovely to see. Right up there. Here goes up from Hopkins. Carrera trying to get it away into the onside. Tight in this onside field. Slightly. Has 4, Wood has 4, and Bradford 10 without loss after 3 here at Lords. So it will be, or is it going to be a change in fact? At the nursery end for Cotswold. Largo going for 5 for the opening over. Straight away again, just a drop ball into the offside. With 4 from 12 now. A couple of nice shots down the ground from each of these two so far for Bradford. One loops off the pad through to the keeper. Good demands from Brown, Pereira and Wood to see if there was a chance of a sneaky single. But nothing doing. See the Warner stand to the right of the pavilion there, which was completed a couple of years back. New restaurant at the back, glass window all across the front. Magnificent view of the ground from up there. That's a low full toss and gets away with that one. So it's pushed down to mid-on. Wood with an almighty swing, eyes lit up to that. But mistimed off the toe end of the bat. That's a nice shot, gets it away. Oh, and that's going to go for 4 as well. Great pick up by Wood over extra cover for 4, wide mid-off. Down it goes to the mound stand. First boundary, Wood moves to 8. Bradford 14 without loss. Sweet, lofted off drive. Just a little bit of room outside off from Clargo, and Wood capitalising. Full toss, doesn't get away with that one either. That'll be another boundary. End of the 4th over. 18 without loss, Bradford, as Wood moves 12. Lovely piece of timing from Wood. 12 from 16 now she has. Brown Carrera will have strike on 4 from 8. Superb. Put away that second boundary. Lovely lofted shot, the ball before. Clargo now, number 13 off her 2 overs. Very good start here for Bradford. So the shadows of that lovely autumnal sun lighting up Lords now. A few patches of blue starting to creep through in the sky above in NW8. Right up there, little inside tickle on that onto the pads. Saving Brown Carrera, looking to open up to Hopkins, her 3rd over. Only 3 runs so far, that one maiden last up. And bowls her. Well bowled, Hopkins. Top of middle and off. Brown Carrera has gone for 4. Bradford are 18 for 1 in the 5th. Lovely line and length. Just persisting on that top of off. And Brown Carrera, after a solid start, 4 from 10, makes her way back. 18 for 1 as the first wicket falls in the 5th. Celebration for Cotswold Girls Hub there. Great failure that'll be for Hopkins. Very good second over. The wicket at the start of the 3rd.
Hello.
Set of the new batter for Bradford. The right-hander. Hopkins' 3rd ball of her 3rd over. Just gets away from the outstretched glove of the keeper. He'll run a by. Did she get a little bit of bat on it? She did, off the mark first ball setter. 19 for 1. Leg side once more. But unable to get it away on the sweep. There's those patches of blue. The sky really opened up behind the pavilion and the Warner and the grandstand now. And hopefully an even better day than forecast. Certainly no rain forecast today, but there was a fair bit of cloud cover. Quick single taken. We've moved to 13, 20 for 1. Very well run. Very good over though. For Cotswold, Bradford are 20 for 1. Hopkins 1 for 5 off her 3. Brown Carrera gone for 4. Bold. Top of off gone. Hopkins will be absolutely delighted with that. 20 for 1 after 5 here at Lords. Cargo to continue. The nursery at number 13 off 2. Sung away into the onside by Wood. It's up at mid-wicket and no run. Head edge on that again, maybe. From Wood. An appeal from Clargo. Nicely played. Quick single taken. Wood moves to 14, 21 for 1. Set up to strike for the first time to Clargo. Scratches away at the crease. Nicely played off the back foot. Sweeper out on the offside boundary, collects, which is Hopkins out there. Set a 2 from 2. Bradford 22 for 1. That goes up in the air and all the way down the ground. Lovely shot. That'll pop over the boundary rope before Wood moves to 18. 26 for 1 in the 6th, Bradford. Tremendous pickup from Wood. A deeper mid-off. Mid-on, not quite as deep, but no chance for either. Only a long on coming in might have been able to get involved. The ball's finished the 3rd from Clargo. Number 19 off 3 now, 26 for 1. Bradford. Setter will have strike on 2. Wood 18. Hopkins 1 for 5 from 3 with a maiden. Terrific start at Pavilion End. Change of bowling. No, it's going to be Smith-Graham to replace Hopkins. 1 for 5 from 3. Cotswold winning the toss and electing to field. Very happy with that start from Hopkins. Better ball. Oh, an inside edge. We'll get a couple here. Moves to 20, 31 for 1. Let's get the 7th going. But, much better ball from Smith. Graham. Nice ball again, just gets through the keeper and gets past the short third as well. Just kept in down below, and they will take a couple. $33 for 1. Oh, quick single taken, and they're through, well run. It's on to 23. 24 for 1. That's a lovely shot. Setter's first boundary. Moves to 6 from just 3 faced. 38 for 1. Really glorious shot. You hear the appreciation of the crowd as well. Goes through the keeper. They'll get a bye. Slope always difficult here at Lords for keepers. Volley top ball to finish the over from Smith Graham. 39 for 1 Bradford, and we put in here at Lords. Wood 23, Setter has 6, 7 gone.
Changes over and Australia is now Church.
Change of bowling at the nursery end. It's going to be Churchman to replace Clargo, and for 19 from her 3. Nicely bowled. And the length outside off. There's a short third. Point, deep cover, extra cover, mid off, mid on. Straight mid wicket, orthodox mid wicket, and deep square for Churchman. Good ball again. Looks way down the slope from Setter, attempting the drive. There'll be a no ball. It's hit up in the air, but landing just fine of the deep square. They've got a couple to go with the no ball as well. So Setter will move to 8 from 7 faced. Scoreboard will tick along to 43 for 1. Yeah. 42 for 1 indeed. Head away, just be a single to the deep cover. It's a nice shot. Deep cover again, coming around, sweep up, extra cover there as well. Heading back, it's Hopkins who does the fielding. 44 for 1, Wood moves to 24, Setter on to strike. Well stopped by the keeper. Slow, taking it away from a right-hander, taking it away from the keeper as well. You always have to be watchful behind the stumps. On ball to come of the 8th. Bowled again. Settled nicely at the end of the over, Churchman. Got ball to finish their opening over. Number for 5 for her, and Wood will have strike on 24. Setter has 9. Bradford pudding here at Lords in the National Hub final. Now 44 for 1 after 8. Smith Graham's continue at the pavilion end. It's well fielded in the covers. Oh, it's unlucky. Going to get away for overthrows. Just a single more added. Nice bit of fielding. Trying to restrict the single, but ends up giving away one more, but that is cricket. Wood to 26, 46 for 1 Bradford. Good take by the keeper. Thought it was for single, it's not there though. Well bowled, Smith Graham again. Take again down the leg side. Wood looking to sweep. Oh, it's nicely bowled. Really good stuff from the pavilion end from Smith Graham. We're just pushing outside of the off stump and beaten. Another dot ball. And Smith Graham on for 14 off at 2. 46 for 1. Bradford here after 9 overs. Setter has 9 and Wood has 26. Wide signals. Churchman just dragging it down outside the off stump to start her second over. So with a big stretch. She can't get it away through point or backward of. There's a fair bit of space to try and access down the slope to the tavern and mound stands, where a good number are sprinkled in as well on the lower tier of the tavern. Box or two open in the tavern stand also. Nicely driven into the covers. Combination of extra cover and cover tidying up. Hopkins getting the throw in the end. .48 for 1 now as Setter moves to 10. Wood on strike. Nicely bowled right up there. Wood having to be watchful not to play over the top of that one. It's turned into the onside. Nicely bowled. So away. Sweet connection. And a boundary for it as well. Wood moves to 30. That's the 50 up for Bradford. 52 for 1 in the 10th. 58 balls of the innings so far. Solid run rate. 5.4. There's the umpire single on that one. Low full toss. Churchman just getting away with that one being a no ball on height. Last ball of the over swung away again. Just a single out on this occasion, sweeping that boundary. Been busy out there as well as that opening spell from the pavilion end. Single taken, Wood moves to 31. Halfway stage of this Bradford innings put in by Cotswolds. And 53 for 1 is the score. Seba has 10. For 11 faced 40 balls for Wood's 31.
These make the problem every sense closed today. Thank you.
Some drinks run out at the halfway stage here. Just a reminder as well about the MCC Foundation. It's a charitable arm of the Marylebone Cricket Club. The Foundation's mission to unite, inspire and empower young people around the world through the transformative power of cricket. The Foundation has supported grassroots cricket globally since its inception in the 90s. Its work spanning Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, South Africa, more recently Nepal. At home, it runs more than 60 cricket hubs across the UK, which aim to break down the social and financial barriers to cricket. The programme offers coaching and playing opportunities to state-educated cricketers who show promise on the pitch, nurturing their talents and helping them to fulfil their potential. The Foundation is determined to lead the way, increasing diversity in the game. There's a particular focus on children from the most disadvantaged backgrounds and a drive to recruit more girls and young players from BAME communities. Given the challenges faced by young people, and especially under the shadow of COVID-19, there is also a focus on mental well-being. Culminating in the MCCF National Hubs final here at Lords. A little pep talk there for the batters, Seda and Wood. And Cotswold's fielders got that 1 wicket so far. Carrera Brown, who was bowled by Hopkins for 4. Seda still there on 10. And Wood 31. So maybe a change of bowling at the pavilion end. Smith Graham done for 14 from her 2, done for now. Bailey, it's going to be pavilion end to replace Smith Graham, done for 14. Marked out her run. Fine full field. The fine leg back for Bailey. Starts up with a wide down the leg side. 54 for 1. Actually a 4-5 field. 4 on the offside, 5 on the on. So Wood on 31. Looking good here for Bradford at Lords. There's the fine leg in position. Short ball and a no ball called against Bailey for that one. 55 on the scoreboard, ticks along to in the 11th. And it's moved up to extra cover now. So there's a 5-4 field. The ball from Bailey, sweeping at it. Wood, not sure she got anything on it. I was just going to signal leg buys indeed. Scoreboard ticks along to 56 for 1. Second ball of Bailey's opening over. Short one, attempted sweep. So it goes to the keeper. Nice bowled. Header from Bailey. Dug out by Sedda. Watchfully done. Settling into that line of length now, Bailey. A few nerves running down the slope from the pavilion end. So having to be very watchful. Bowled again. Is it just off the pad or just get a little bit of bat on it, Sedda? Signal by the umpire, run of this. Sedda moves to 11 from 15, 57 for 1. Bradford, on ball to go the 11th. Oh, that'll be a no ball down the leg side, but on height, passing over. Waist high full toss, 58 for on the scoreboard, 6-2, still one to come at the 11th. That's a nice shot. It's up over mid-wicket, it'll plug on its way to the tavern. It'll take 2. It moves to 33 from 44. Bradford tick along to 60 for 1 at the end of the 11th here at Lords. Sedda will have strike on 11 and Churchman to bowl again. Bailey's first over going for 6. be a change. Let's see. Cotswold. So we're able to get contact on that one outside off. Just gently offering the bat. So Churchman it is to continue her third over. Just adjusting the bowler's mark before the start of the over on that one. And just adjusting the extra cover. Bring it around a little bit finer. Deep cover back as well. Cotswold tucks up setter. Edges into the onside, solid technique. They're doing the fielding at mid-wicket. An opening bowler on the nursery end. Cut away hard, nice shot. The fielding out there on the boundary from Hopkins, who's been sweeping out there the whole time. And that goes in from the pavilion end. Single move setter to 12, 61 for 1 Bradford. Hopkins there, who has 1 for 5 from 3 overs, 1 maiden. Very economical start. She gave them from the pavilion end. That'll be close to a wide. I thought about it for a few moments, but eventually puts the arms out. 62 for 1 in the 12th. Slope always taking the bowler and the ball away from the right-hander. Something he had to adjust to here as a right arm over from the nursery end. This Wood, the mainstay of this innings on 33. Full toss and swept away hard. And that's a cracking piece of fielding at deep square. Throw comes in and they've got back at the wicket keeper's end. That was a great call not to come back for the second, or it would have been a comfortable run out for Wood. Superb piece of fielding at deep square by Kelly. Holding to just a single. Churchman will be pleased with the efforts in the field there. The second run always looked on, but that was a great throw into the gloves of the keeper. And between Wood and Sedder, I think it was Sedder who actually settled on the note. Had she have not, Wood would have been run out by a mile. Sedder on strike on 12. 63 for 1 as Wood moves to 34. Low full toss gets through the covers and it won't be stopped by Hopkins. Sedder moves to 16. Lovely drive. 67 for 1 with 1 ball to go, the 12th. The strike rate up towards 100 now, Sedder. Stabbed away. Single to short third to end the over. Sedder will keep the strike, 17 from 20. Bradford, 68 for 1, with 8 overs to go in the girls' final. That's the 50 partnership as well, 50 49 deliveries, 36 minutes, Wood 22 of them, Setter 17. Excellent stuff from Bradford, 68 for 1. Churchman now, none for 20 off her 3. Bailey's second over. End, none for 6 so far. Setter with that dabbed single at the end of the over. A strike on 17. Had to hook that one away, but nothing on it. Good work behind the stumps. Nicely looped up into the block hole, well dug out by Setter. Ball from Bailey. These two very well set now for Bradford. Good work for Cotswolds to do in the second half of this innings. That's swept nicely. Really sweet connection for Setter. She moves to 21 from 23. Cotswold 72 for 1 now. Really sweetly struck all the way down the hill to the Mountain Tavern on the onside. Well played. Grounded away as far as point by Setter. Respectfully done. Back onto the top of off stump. So it's hard again. No one there into the gap. Setter moves to 25 from 25. Bradford are 76 for 1 now with 1 ball to go, the 13th. Very good over this for Bradford. 2 cracking sweeps from Setter. Let's think about putting somebody back there now. Indeed, backward square leg is going to deep backward square leg. Chance to try and get around and cut it off. Everybody was up the onside previously. Top ball's finished for Bailey, none for 14 from 2. Come back at the end of the over, 76 for 1. 13 of Bradford. Been put in by Cotswolds here in the National Hub final at Lords. Wood will have strike on 34. Bailey's first over going for 6, her second going for 8. There's going to be at the nursery ends. Churchman, none for 20 off 3. Is there going to be a change? Looks as though there will. 76 for 1 it is after 13. And it's going to be Kelly to come on. A lovely piece of fielding down the deep square. Saving a boundary a moment ago. Comes on to replace Churchman, none for 20 from 3. And a chance before the over begins to say hello. No talking on the TV commentary, of course. Sarah Fain, lovely to meet you. Comes up to join us in the commentary box. It is going to be Kelly to open up the new over, though. Swing and a miss outside of the off stump from Wood, and there's no run. Sarah, MCC Foundation Director, how lovely to have you with us.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here.
What a lovely day it is for it as well. Blue skies.
I know. God is good.
Yes,
It's so
I know.
exciting.
Relief.
We've been watching the weather every day for a couple of weeks now.
Indeed. 77 for 1 it is his. Kelly's second ball of opening over. Well, bowls right up there into solid defence from Setter and Aaron. Yeah, and a beautiful day, beautiful start to the game as well.
It's really exciting. I've just been talking to some of the mothers, and the build-up to this has been extraordinary. It's amazing for the girls to get this opportunity to be in the pavilion, use the changing rooms, use the same dining room that the England team uses, and to be playing on this extraordinary pitch.
Attempted sweep, just gets away into the onside. So a little bit of batting ball, just bad. Yes, it was off the bat. Setter moves to 26-78 for 1, Bradford. Tell us a little bit about the MCCF.
So the MCC Foundation is a charitable arm of the Marylebone Cricket Club, and our main mission really is to transform lives through cricket. And we operate in the UK and across the world. In the UK, we have 65 hubs, soon to be 70 hubs.
That's beautifully put away. 4 runs for Wood, moves to 38. Cracking sweep from Wood. She's 38 from 47 now, 82 for 1.
So we have hubs across the UK, which are specifically designed to support promising young cricketers who are from the state education system, to try and give them the same advantages as the privately educated kids. And we want to particularly drive our hubs into disadvantaged communities so that we can really make cricket a game for all. And we give them 10 weeks of completely free to access coaching over the winter, and then this is our new national hub competition where they play each other over the summer and have the final at Lords.
Good shot. Top ball though, fielded at mid-wicket by Clargo. How do they get access to the hubs?
Anyone can have a trial. So if they go onto our website, there's the map of the British Isles showing where all our hubs are, and they can go to their nearest hub and have a trial before the winter. It's for 11 to 15-year-olds.
That's a great shot down the ground. Wood will move into the 40s. Really sweetly struck, moves to 42 from 49, 86 for 1 at the end of the 14th. Bradford put in here by Cotswolds in the final. Yeah, 11 to 15-year-olds and state schools.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So head to the MCC Foundation website.
Absolutely.
To find where the hubs are. And this is the inaugural final, so obviously the hope that this is really going to grow over the coming years.
Yes, we're really grateful to MCC for letting us have the ground today, and to Charles Stanley, Wealth Managers, our sponsor, to make this happen. And we really do hope that it can happen every year. And we also work overseas, and we're hoping that one day we can get our international beneficiaries to come and play at Lords against the final winners of the 5th final.
Tell us a bit about the overseas.
So currently we're working in Nepal and in Lebanon. In Nepal, we followed an MCC legacy tour out there. They went out to tour with their playing members, and we go in to support the country as a developing cricket country. So we're supporting thousands of children in Nepal with their cricket, providing coaching and infrastructure.
Incredible.
And then in Lebanon, we're working with Syrian refugees on a wonderful project, which is really transforming lives there, teaching cricket in hubs, a bit like our hubs in the UK. And we're really finding there are some tremendous cricketers, and that cricket is really helping these kids to recover from the trauma of what happened to them in Syria and how they had to flee to Lebanon.
All start for Smith Graham, the 3rd over, number 14 so far, which obviously for the MCC as well has been a major part of growing the game as well, which is why they wanted to take it to, of course, the county champions match. In recent years, it's been in the UAE, it's been in the Caribbean as well, hasn't it?
Absolutely, and they my last charity that I ran was in Afghanistan, and I had MCC support out there.
Oh, wow.
So we've really done a tremendous amount across the globe for cricket.
Yeah, and growing the game, of course, is one of the big things, but access as well for all.
Absolutely, and I think at the foundation, our absolute aim is to have access for everybody, quality of access to cricket.
Yeah. Here's third ball of the 3rd over from Smith Graham. Nicely played, just gets through points. Might be a couple here for Setter. Back for the second, she moves to 28, 88 for 1, midway through the 15th. As you say, for this to be the final here for the hubs in the UK, what a special moment for everybody involved.
Absolutely. I think it's wonderful to think about how this will inspire all these young players. I am sure that we'll see them in the professional game later in their lives, and I'm sure that none of them will ever forget this moment in their lives.
Hit away, over point, couple more here for Seda. Moves to 30. I think about the third, but it's a good arm that comes into the keeper's end. 90 for one. What's been the biggest challenge for the hubs this year?
COVID. Sorry
Yes.
to be unoriginal, but usually the hubs operate indoors over the winter for 10 weeks. Obviously, that was all cancelled. We then had to do it outdoors, find 65 new venues outside, and make sure that we gave as much coaching as we could. Some of it was a bit concertinaed. And then we obviously had the first ever sort of national hub competition going on as well on the back of that. So it's been an incredibly challenging year. But here we are.
Well, indeed.
And what a reward looking out from this beautiful viewpoint with the sun shining at Lord's.
Well, it makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
That one burst through for a single more, perhaps. That moves to 32. 92 for one now, Bradford. Take COVID out of it. What would have been the biggest challenges, and what remain the biggest challenges?
I think that really to do what we say on the tin, to really drive cricket into the most disadvantaged communities, so that every child can really believe that whatever their race, their background, their socio-economic background, they can play cricket, which is how it should be. And I think if that happens, we'll also get the best cricketers coming forward who are really hungry for the game.
By signal 93 for one, end of the 15th, set of 32 would 42. That's a 5 to go in the girls' final. 93 for one, Bradford having been put in. How do you overcome those challenges?
I think we just keep being determined. We're an incredibly visionary and determined group of people running the foundation. We have MCC brand behind us and the will of MCC, and they're hugely behind what we're doing, and it's also their focus. So I think we will make it work.
How do you get into the state schools?
Well, we advertise our hubs in state schools, but also in the participation pathways, like the Chance to Shine pathways and the Dynamos and the All Stars programs. We try and advertise it as widely as we can in mosques and in street cricket groups, so that those that want to continue with their cricket can come to our hubs.
So you're able to work with the network as it's set on strike. The second over, it's a single punched out to deep cover, Setters on to 33. So you're able to work with those networks like Chance to Shine.
Absolutely. I think it's essential that we all work together for the good of the game and for the good of our beneficiaries, and we all need each other. We want participation pathways to lead into our sort of more talent pathway, and then we want to put them into the clubs and help our kids to find clubs and county age group pathways, so that it all ties up nicely and there's a proper pathway for these children to see and visualise.
That's a great pick-up from Wood, and over a wide mid-on. She'll get a couple here. The ball will plug. It won't quite go all the way. They'll have a chance at third. Back they come. Wood's on to 45 from 50 balls. 97 for one now, Bradford in the 16th. Yeah, I guess actually that's kind of an obvious answer that I should have thought of, but not easy though. That this isn't it. This isn't the end. This is just the start for the kids. That they get into clubs as a result of this and have that future going forward.
I think it's our responsibility to help those that want to continue with their cricket, who are showing promise, to nurture them and then to help them to find an exit route. So that might be into a club or into a county age group pathway, or just back into street cricket again. But it's so they can continue with their cricket and enjoy it for the rest of their lives.
What do you think is the most important part of that? Is it the clubs or is it the street cricket for them? I guess long term, it sounds like the clubs would be the more long-standing routes, as this ball's wide outside of the off stump. 98 for one in the 16th.
I think it's important for young people to enjoy their cricket, whether that's in club cricket, in street cricket, however they want to play it, or at a professional level. And to really, I've just been watching the most wonderful village cricket over the weekend. I saw a 9-year-old having his debut, getting 5 wickets. That was a wonderful start. If that's how he wants to play his cricket in the future, that's fantastic.
Where was that?
Aldworth in Berkshire.
Lovely. Very wide again. Kelly in her second over. They'll run a single as well on it. 100 up for Bradford here at Lord's in the 16th. 100 for one. As Wood Ultimate strike. 145. There's the applause for the 100 up as well from 93 balls. And it's climbed to 6.5. These two really getting going. After a good start. The ball from Cotswold. Bradford really fighting back now in the second half of this innings.
That is Bradford. Bradford, right? No, is that why you
John Kelly to follow up on that one. 2 to go of the 16th. So I was asking about the challenges of it, really. Having come from state school myself, I know that lack of cricket at school, and that's the challenge, isn't it, really, to how, I don't want to say cooperative, but working with the schools, how accessible are the schools for you?
I think it's a real tragedy that it was taken out of the state schools, and whatever we do, it's going to remain a challenge. And I think that alongside doing what we're doing now, we should also be doing a lot of advocacy work to get it back into schools, because really that's the way that cricket will survive, and the way that far more kids will be able to access the game. It's so important, and it's such an amazing game. I've seen what it's done for the young people in Afghanistan and for that country, and it does so much for people's confidence and for their lives. And I think that the challenges, you're very right, are very real, but I think we've all got to work hard together to overcome them.
It's a sweet shot into the onside from Woods. She'll get at least a couple here. She'll think about 3 out to deep mid-wicket. It goes as the ball's retrieved. Yep, back they come for the third. Woods on to 48 and touching distance of a half century here at Lord's. 103 for 1. And that is the end of the 16th over. 4 to go. Wood will keep the strike then. On 48, Seda has 33. Magnificent partnership between these two for the second wicket here for Bradford. Because participation is obviously the big word. But it's not just participation, is it? It's also keeping players going beyond. There's a drop-off, isn't there, from 14, 15 years of age where kids fall away from it.
Absolutely. We're thinking about whether to start a 16 to 18-year-old pilot. For those who really want to continue, and to try and encourage that, because you're right, they do drop off. And also we need to make it exciting for them. They need role models. We've just appointed some young ambassadors who I think you might be interviewing later in the day. They're amazing role models. 2 of the girls play for the 100, and they need these exciting young players to show the way. And I think the 100 is doing it, actually. I think that the women's side, particularly of the 100, has really inspired young girls to play cricket. So we're opening up.
Overwhelming success, wasn't it?
We're opening up 10 new girls' hubs this year. So we're aiming for 50% girls in our hubs, which is more than the national average of girls playing. But we think it's incredibly important to support the game as it's rising.
This could be the 50 for Woods. Back she comes for the second. And it is 50 at Lord's for Wood in the final here for Bradford. 50 from 54 balls, 6 fours. And Bradford 105 for 1 now. 69 minutes out there at the home of cricket, and well, isn't that quite sensational for Wood, who lifts the bat to the pavilion and will make her way off, retired out. A super moment for Wood, for all the Bradford girls out there, I'm sure.
It's rather emotional. It's fantastic. What a moment for her. And we've got some talent spotters around as well, so hopefully some of these will be picked up.
I'm sure. But what a moment for her. Makes her way off, and standing ovation. And rightly so. Lifts the bat again. And she makes her way off to that pavilion. What a moment. Shuttleworth, the new batter. That's the middle for Bradford, and there goes Wood. Up those famous old steps. What a moment that is.
It is indeed. She won't forget that, and nor will her family.
Well, indeed.
Must be so proud.
105 for 1. So Shuttleworth takes guard. And Hopkins it is in her final over. 1 for 7. 3.1, a maiden earlier on as well for Hopkins. And she comes once again from the pavilion end. Shuttleworth's first ball. So work that one into the onside. That ball trickles away towards point. So yeah, participation and keeping them in the game. Are they the 2 biggest challenges? Keeping beyond the 16 years?
I think so, probably. But I think that the 100 will help with that. I think that all the publicity around cricket, getting it back onto television properly so that everyone can view it, is all very important.
Nicely struck. Thoughts were single, but nothing there. It's only as far as points. I mean, the 100 was definitely, that was for all the 18 points at the 100, of which there have been many. The success of the women's game and the exposure for the women's game has been huge.
Exactly. And we've got Claire Connor, who's our trustee. She's coming on as the first female president. So it's going to be a wonderful year for us to really drive forward our offering for girls.
It's a sweep from Shuttleworth. Top ball again, though, for Hopkins. I saw a game at the weekend. I've seen a couple of games the last 2 weekends. Actually, the Sunrisers last weekend. And this weekend, the South East Stars are taking on Thunder. I mean, the level has really risen massively. I've done Middlesex against Surrey women this summer as well. Oops, for leg by, but nothing doing. One to come with the 17th. Those first coming together of all the clubs for the Sunrisers from Middlesex and from Essex and from Northampton, but then now that step above as well for the 100. The trickle-down effect is going to be huge.
It is, and also it's nice for us to have a pathway to aim for and to show these young people that there is this step-by-step approach and there are lots of opportunities for their future as players.
That's LBW given by the umpire. Shuttleworth's gone 105 for 2, and Hopkins a second wicket, 2 for 7 for her now. Just 2 runs off that over, 2 for 7 from 4 with 1 maiden, and 105 for 2 it is with Shuttleworth. As is always the way with the cricket, a big partnership is eventually broken, and then the next one goes quickly too. But Shuttleworth on her way back. 5th ball duck. Out will come Hall to bat, and still Anderson to come in next. 105 for 2 it is then, and reward for Hopkins, who started off with a wonderful spell for Cotswold up at the pavilion end, and coming back now with that second wicket for her, which Cotswold's needed. Bradford were really good on top with the runs.
You can see why cricket's a good game for resilience.
Yes.
You have to pick yourself up and get back out there again the next time.
Yeah. 105 for 2 it is. So Hopkins has done 2 for 7 from her 4 overs. Really has been a wonderful effort with the ball from Hopkins. And as I say, those talent spotters here, they'll have noted that as well. From her, 105 for 2 it is for Bradford then. And Churchman is coming back on from the nursery end. None for 2 from her 3 so far. It will be Setter to have strike. So punched away, and a chase on the boundary rate, which won't be on. Setter's on to 37 from 37 faced. 100 strike rate for 37. For Setter. 109 for 2 it is. Hall awaits at the non-striker's end. The 100 as well, I'm sure, particularly in the women's game, will make it for young girls feel more achievable. Not perhaps quite so much for the boys. This ball's edged away, 1, 2, 3rd, and they'll get a couple more here. Perhaps even 4. Will it make its way? It will. Setter's into the 40s now. She moves to 41, 113 for 2. But Cornelia Griffiths is here today from Middlesex, and also the Sunrisers, and indeed the 100 as well. That climb to the women's game, which is now on TV, it's there to be seen, which is massive. Is really something that's very attainable.
Exactly, and I think it's just what we all needed to really push home that cricket can be a game for the girls as well as the boys.
Oh, absolutely.
And it was interesting, entertaining in one of the boxes at Lords this year, and watching the girls' matches, the women's matches, followed by the men's matches, and every now and again the women's matches were actually much more interesting and enjoyable than the men's.
The
and
inaugural 100 match was that tremendous finish at the Oval, wasn't it? The Invincibles, that countdown. My kids were watching that one, and what was it my son said? My son and my daughter were watching it. My son said, this is, what did he say? Was it heart-stopping as it got to the last few moments? That countdown really had a big effect of drawing in the attention. That's ball for Hall, and that's a lovely drive down the ground for Hall to get her off the mark. But at least a couple here, was she? Thinking about the second, pulled back by Setter. And Hall has 2. 2 to go at the over. She'll stay on strike with 16 for 2.
I think also with getting the families to come and watch cricket together, like the IPL's done in India, really appealing to the whole family, so that the girls and the boys and the parents are sitting together and can really be a family activity, and the girls can dream about playing for their country as well as the boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. A whip from that one. The umpire says 2 wide. A wide signal, still 2 to come of the 18th, then 117 for 2. So Bradford against Cotswold. It's Manchester versus Slough later on in the final.
That's right.
In the boys' final.
They're getting pretty excited, I should think.
Yeah, I should imagine so. I think I saw some of them arriving, or certainly in the lower tier of the pavilion opposite us.
They've had a tour of Lords. They're having lunch in the players' dining room, and then they'll be stepping out at 2:45.
It's not a bad day out, is it? It's a no ball, and they'll run one through to fine leg as well. 119 for 2, still 2 to come of the 18th. So all parts of the country represented, actually. We've got Yorkshire, Lancashire, Slough representing London, and Cotswolds from the west. So it's a good spread.
It's a good
Could have made the
spread.
final.
It was hotly contested.
It's away hard. And just put the single there for 7. Used to 43. Ball to have strike last ball of the 18th, 120 for 2. How long ago did the competition begin? What was the road to the final here for these?
It began in May, and it's been taking place since then. And as you know, the weather's been terrible too. I mean, that was the other challenge I failed to mention.
Yeah.
We've had everything thrown at us.
How are you
this year.
going to overcome that one? What are you going to
Well,
do
we
next
have
year to fix
today,
that?
which is what's so incredible. And there was no sun predicted, and look at it; it's looking absolutely stunning out there.
This morning it didn't look like it's in the sun all day. They're going to get a couple here on this. What's the umpire signal just by? So that's the end of the 18th. Then 122 for 2. 2 overs to go here at Lords in the Girls National Hub final. And Bradford put in by Cotswolds 122 for 2. Setter has 43. Hall has 3. So how many matches roughly have Bradford played to get to this point?
That's a good question. Probably about 5.
Yep.
Yeah, we've tried to do them in sparring locations.
Yes, I saw that and I had to ask where. Sorry,
Yeah.
we're on the spot on that one.
No,
Tell
you've
us
done
about
that
the
now as
inspiring.
well. So we've done them at one of them was at Harrow School that was the semi-finals.
Yep.
Sadly, got rained off for the boys, but the girls managed to play first.
Was it a bowl out for the boys then?
So, yeah, it was. It's been a really challenging season with the weather.
Yeah.
But and also with COVID, with a number of teams having to pull out because of COVID.
Right.
But here we are today.
Yes, well, those are the challenges we just have to work with at the moment. There's not really much we can do other than just adapt and roll with it, I guess, on those fronts.
I think that's what makes today even more special. In fact, that we've always been worried all the way through that we might not get to this moment, but here we are, able to play, and all the teams have turned up.
Archer to bowl the final over from the pavilion end. Still one to come from the nursery as well.
You even got the World Cup trophies here as well.
Yes, yes, both the men's and women's trophies on display here as part of a national tour, I think, aren't they? So that's timed nicely, isn't it? That's come in. The umpire, it is just a run signal on that one. 1, 2, 3 for 2. All on strike on 3, which would be lovely for the kids to see that up close as well. Owen Morgan came and after the World Cup final, toured here at Lords in the Middlesex game that immediately followed the World Cup final. He's worked away backwards around the leg side. I think about 2 here. All coming back now. Will it be chats with no, it is just a couple. 1, 2, 5, 2 for the moves to 5. Yeah, and that was just quite the moment, just seeing him holding it, walking around, but to get up close to it, as I'm sure the kids are. I'm not sure they're allowed to touch it. Are they allowed to get a photo with it? Or
They're
just
allowed a photo
alongside?
with it, yeah, but not hold.
Yes, yeah, that's lovely. That's lovely. Have you seen it yourself? Is it in the video room?
It hasn't arrived yet.
Ah.
There's been a bit of a hiccup on getting it here.
Oh no.
Yeah,
It's on the way,
unfortunately,
though.
there was a bit of an incident with the car, but
No.
yes.
Is the
But
trophy okay?
the trophy's fine.
Is the driver
trophy's
okay?
fine. The driver is fine, but the car's probably not so good. So it's arriving a little bit late. But I actually saw it when it toured the time before with an Afghan refugee project, which
Oh,
was a
that's given.
fantastic spot.
That's given. 125, floor 3, and Archer has a wicket in her opening over. Ball's gone for 5. A big swing across the line, looking to open up here at the ends, but gone LBW 4-5, 125 for 3. Still 9 balls to go with this opening innings. On it's finals day for the National Hub. We had finals day for T20 the other day. It's the finals day here, isn't it, for the National Hubs? Yeah, that would be lovely. That's not the helicopter going in there, is it?
I don't think so.
That'd be a nice way to do it. Land it down on the other side. I'm not sure.
It's probably one of our donors.
Sorry?
One of our donors.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So obviously, a great deal of effort gone into getting this on today. And what's going to be the growth and the expansion for the MCCF for this hub?
We want to get up to 100 hubs in the next few years, and as I say, we want to go to 50% girls, and really drive it into all communities. What
would you say the percentages at the moment? Here's Anderson on strike.
It's around 30% girls at the minute. I think the country is about 26% girls played compared to boys. So I think
yours is 30, so you're above.
We're around
already.
30%, and we're aiming for 50.
And there's no reason it shouldn't be 50-50.
No, I think if we push it further, then we have more routes for them to use to get there. We're gonna make a big difference.
Just trying to work it into the onside. She'll get a single for off the mark. Second ball, 126 for 3. 1 ball to come at the 19th. Churchman doing the fielding. Yeah, absolutely no reason at all. Because boys and girls play together up to a certain age.
Exactly.
And yeah, no reason at all that there should be any sort of drop off. As well, as you said now, it probably helps that seeing it on TV.
We've got some great role models here today. We've got Isha Duhar, Claire Connor, Claire Taylor, Cordelia Griffiths, Naomi Didatani. So plenty around. Quite a lot of captains. We've got Brearley coming later, Mike Brearley, Mike Gatting's here. Yeah. So it's a really great day for these young players.
Do you need to be anywhere in the innings break?
Yeah.
You do? So I need to let you go.
You'll let me soon, yeah.
Yeah, go on. No, you go now. I'll take the final over. There's 19 gone.
And I'll wait till the end of the over. That's fine.
It is end of the over. Unless you want to wait till the end of the innings.
End of innings, yeah.
Are you sure?
Is it 6 more balls? No, that's fine.
6 more balls. Are you sure?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a sharp turnaround in the innings break. You sure?
No, it's fine. I'll just go gently back to the box. It's fine, honestly.
127 for 3 it is. So 6 balls to go with this Bradford innings. And it's going to be Targo to bowl the final over. Started up for the nursery. And none for 19 from 3 for Targo. So she's back into the attack to bowl this last over. To sweep. And Mercedes, who's on 45, trying another one go to 50. That would be lovely for Bradford if she could. She's on 45 from 43 now. 127 for 3. Anderson at the non-striker's end. Yes. Which box do you have to make your way back to in the interval break?
Tavern stand.
It's the tavern stand.
Yeah. That's fine. There's no hurry. I just ought to get back to the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Claire Connor's arriving soon.
Strokes away nicely. Got a couple here set up, which will move her to 47. 129 for 3. 4 balls left. They said to try and get that 50. She's swinging hard at this at the moment, won't she? She gets the chance.
Oh, it would be good.
That 50 forward at the top. Here's the swing. Will it be enough? It's just a single for now. Would move. No, she wants to come back for the second. This will be tight. Tori comes in and she's back. She could even think about the third here, and this could be the 50. Setta's going to go through. Throw goes in, and back she comes. That was a brave second run, and as a result, she ended up getting a 50 for it. 50 from 45 balls. Put the pressure on the fielder. Put the pressure on Cotswolds. 132 for 3 it is. Does she know? Does she know, Seta? I'm not sure if she does. Was she one short? Maybe she was one short. They've only given her to 49. It may be that she was one short. She hadn't grounded the bat at the non-striker's end. She's on to 49 from 45. Attempted sweep. Now she's going to get through. She'll be run out, will she? What does the umpire say? Not out. She will get through. A wide signal as well. 133 for 3. I did see Seda put her hand on her helmet at the non-striker's end, so she must have been given the alert from the umpire that she was 1 short and she was only going to get 2 for it, not the 3. So here she is to have strike now on 49. 133 for 3 it is. She got the word quicker than we did up here in the commentary box. There it is on this occasion, though. That's going to be the 50. Swept away fine, a deep backward square leg. They'll pick up 2 and settle on that one. And that'll give her the chance to run back on strike, take off the helmet, and celebrate that 50 at Lords. Very, very well batted. And Seda will make her way off with 2 balls to come at the innings. 135 for 3. Bradford as she lifts her bat to the tavern stand. That must be her family there down below Old Father Time in the tavern that she's picked out, raising the bat. Off she goes, helmet off. And a fine 50 from Seda. And standing ovation in the pavilion, rightly so for her as well. 51 from 71 minutes, 46 balls, 6 fours. And magnificent from Seda. There she goes, raising the bat. And she'll get that reception up those steps as well. In the pavilion now. Fantastic for her.
It's just brilliant. Fairy tales today.
It is. It is. 50s for Wood and for Seda. 135 for 3. So she retires not out as well. And that will bring Gothelf to the middle. And she'll have strike as well. So Anderson's 0 from 2. And 2 balls to go with this Bradford innings. In the final here. Put in. Here she goes. Fargo. Stripped away. 1 ball to come of the innings. So a fair few. I've got to go as well with the bat as well, which is nice as well to get out in that middle. Just to say you've been out there.
Yeah. It's also been great to have you here today. You will be an inspiration to them too. So
Lovely
thank
to
you
be
very
here.
much.
No, not at all. Thank you for having me. Dot ball to finish, or will it be? Throw goes in, and they're through for a single. And will they think about the second? No, they settle on the 1. Well tidied up. And nice end to the innings. 136 for 3 then. Bradford having been put in here. So it's 137 to win. And terrific effort in the field. A terrific effort with the bat as well. 50 for Wood, 51 for Seda. Amazing, amazing. And he's in the sunshine here as well at Lords. Let's hope it stays up there.
Exactly. That's fantastic. What a start.
Yes, a perfect start to the day, really, isn't it? Here at Lords. We'll have a break on the broadcast for the innings break. And be back for the chase, which will be 137 to win for Cotswolds. Sarah Fain, thank you so much for coming up and joining us. And thank you for today. Well done. Well done on everything that you've all done to get this happen today.
Thank you very much.
It's been a superb day so far. Thank you kindly, Sarah. Thank you for your company as well. We'll be back in just under 10 minutes. 137 for the chase. All has 2 from 3. Cargo 1 from 10. 22 for 6. Somehow, need to get the scoreboard ticking. Nearly a strike rate of 200 required. Let's drink right now for the batters as well. Big smiles on the faces. Quite hard work out there for Cotswolds. A day to be enjoyed though, come what way. Glorious day here at Lord's. So I need to take those fluids on. Temperature nudging towards 20. This final coming up in a little while. As Manchester will take on Slough. Girls final. It's Bradford heading towards victory. Halfway stage in the chase. 37 was the target set. 22 for 6. Really tough start. Tremendous effort with the ball. See the sun melting down here on Lord's. Bit of building work going on in the background over the top of the Mount Stand and distance. The main efforts though. Compton and Edrich very much done here at the home of cricket. Here's Bauer. Oh, bowled. Opening up to that one, Clargo looking to swing into the onside. Bauer with the wicket. 1 for 4 she has now. The start of her second over and 22 for 7. As Clargo heads off. Left ball's up. Ball still there on 2 from 3 deliveries. And the task gets ever more difficult. It's Bradford on top here. So a miss from Clargo. Keeper off the bails, but left her ground. Ball again. Tucks up here at Lord's. Attempting drive from Clargo through to the keeper it goes. Yeah, blustery old winds just swung across the front of the media centre. MCC flag flying high above the south turret. Foundation flag flying above the north turret. Big swing across the line and given. Gone LBW. Clargo's gone for a duck. 22 for 8. Second wicket for Bauer in the over. This could be coming to an end quickly here for the Cotswolds. Kelly and Elkins to come. Not giving them a sniff. On the claws off for Fargo. One of her teammates as well, arm around her. Oh, what a hat trick. Can you believe it? Kelly's gone, bowled. Bauer has another wicket, 22 for 9. Well, she'll have to wait for the hat trick. That was the last ball of her second over, 3 wickets in it. Will she get the chance of the hat trick here at Lord's? Elkins to come out to join Bauer. Elkins, sorry, to come out and join Moore, who has 2. And 22 for 9 it is at the end of the 11th. And the girls' final nearly done. Bradford set to be crowned the inaugural winners. Elkins and Moore meet for a chat. And, well, just try and enjoy it somehow for these two. Enjoy their time out in the middle. Amazing effort in the field by Bradford. They're second over. 1 for 3 from 1. Moore on strike. Hit away in front of backward points. Got a couple here. Moore moves to 4. 24 for 9. And became an 8. Cotswold. And the leg side, just a dot ball. Good take by the keeper. Swinging hard at that one. More through it goes to the gloves. 24 for 9. And bowled, and that's it. 112 run victory for Bradford here in the final. And they celebrate together in the middle. 24 all out Cotswolds. Moore the last to go, bowled for 4. And a tremendous performance in the fields by Bradford. The inaugural winners of the National Hub Girls Final here at Lord's. And off they dance, MCC Foundation champions. All out for 24, 112 the victory margin for Bradford. Amazing effort in the field. 2 wickets for Rawlin. With 3 and an over. Fell for the couple as well. Those couple of run-outs at the top really hurting Cotswolds before they could get going. And Bradford applauded off here and met by Cotswolds. There go the umpires as well. So 50s for Woods and said really setting up Bradford. And then now with 3 wickets, rolling off with a couple apiece. So Bradford the winners. of the first final. They will meet together now and have a picture taken, I think, out in the middle. Players need to make their way off with them as well. If they go up those convenient steps. And off they go. Tremendous girls' final. Tremendous performance by Bradford. Cotswolds well in the field, but those 50s from Wood and Setter absolutely stand out. Putting huge pressure on that chase. And the Cotswolds applauded off now as well. So there we go. Back in a little while here with the boys' final. Manchester taking on Slough. The winner of the inaugural National Hub Girls Final for the MCC Foundation, our Bradford. Join us back in just a little while, and it'll be Manchester versus Slough for the boys' final. Well, just before we do head off for the break between the two matches, we are going to have a presentation for the girls' final to be made now. The umpires busy. Chase, LBW decisions in there. Some families in the background, having stand behind the umpires. In that final. And set up those 50s. Bradford's into a huge total in 46. Their 20 overs have been put in by Cotswolds, and in the end, too much. Pressure taken heavily in that Cotswolds chase. A couple of team talks going on out there at the moment, both sides. To soak up mostly the occasion of the day for both. Presentation about to be made in a few moments, which we'll pick up on the VO system here at Lords. 50 from Sever, both retiring, not out for Bradford. And wickets, offended with one, brought in two opening bowlers. 3 Bradford. 2. There's the trophy. Inaugural winners, the MCC Foundation National Hub Girls Final. Bradford to be presented in a few moments with that trophy. Table as well. MCC colours. Start busily getting it ready. The boys' final coming up in a little while. Chester against Slough. Presentation ceremony to take place here in a few moments for the girls' final first. 12-run victory. Bradford. Ross Brown early. Aware of the 4 bowled by Hopkins. Fine day with the ball. Here we go for the presentation. I'll just hand over to the PA. So it's through the presentation ceremony. Taken out now for the presentation. Since the teams will line up in front of the pavilion now to receive the medals. Trophy as well for the winners. Just about spot. Should be right at the top of the screen there. Grandstand is the backdrop. Presentation. So the matrix around the distance on the side of the media centre. Pictures at the end. Grand staff getting ready pitch for the final, the boys' final as well. Track so it's actually do well with cap on.
Several times greater. We didn't train us for 14-year-olds or 14-year-olds. It wasn't commonplace. So congratulations to the new girls. It's our first government to play out and enjoy the experience. Just a quick words on the MCC Foundation. I'm a trustee, I'm a trustee of the MCC Foundation, and thoroughly enjoy being involved and seeing the fruits of the work that's going on around the country and in the past. There are over 30 hubs now across the country with regards to youth strategy, and again, that's girls like you, families to be able to be here, to make here and to have these opportunities. I'm certainly very proud of the work the Foundation is doing. And investment in 2022 will be going in terms of helping this most solid into supporting girls with. So I'm also very proud of that. The Foundation also does some amazing work overseas. Girls within academic particularly emphasis on women girls in countries around the world, particularly in Nepal, and to support Syrian refugees in Lebanon, where girls certainly don't have a chance to get into those programs. So this is a great combination to the summers, wonderful art to be trials and tribulations of the pandemic to have here and this. Congratulations to Bradford on your win. I know many of you have played against the 11 years old, so congratulations to the last few years as a team. Commiserations to the Cotswolds. There's a meeting on my best team on the day, but I know you've had a really good season. Really good day. And we're on to the presentations now. So we're going to ask Isha to present question and runners-up. And also when we go through this day now, the Cotswolds to come forward and see those runners-up. everybody coming to support as we right now and then the boys' game. And thank you again to Paul and your support of this competition with us. It's hugely appreciated. Thank you all for coming to support and enjoy the rest of the day. And again, congratulations to Bradford.
And there we go for the trophy presentation. At the middle, Bradford, the million loft. Resounding good for them. Our final Lords. MCC Foundation. National Hub final, so well done to them. A strong performance in the final. Shaguhar and Claire Connor there helping out as part of the presentation ceremony at the end. So don't forget, Manchester versus Slough coming up in the boys' final, soon to be played out here at Lords. It's Bradford enjoying their moment. And it's September afternoon here at Lords. Deserved winners in the end. A strong performance in that final with 50s from Wood and from Setup. And then with the ball, never gave Cotswold an inch at all. So photos to be taken with Claire Connor and Isha Guha for the team photo for the winners. Bradford all lined up out in the middle. And a lovely moment for them as they line up with their winners' medals and that trophy in front of the Compton and Edrich. So there we go. That was the girls' final here at Lords, and 2:30 to start for the men's final for the boys between Manchester and Slough. And, nice talk for the girls at the end of that final. It should be a day, of course, that they will long remember, winning here at Lords by 112 runs in the final. Well, there we go. That was the girls' final then. So join us back on the stream in 40 minutes now. Pick up commentary of the boys' final. Manchester taking on Slough, but that was the girls' final. Bradford running out by winners by 112 runs. Join us back in just under 40 minutes then here for the boys' final.